accused of attempting to assassinate former President Donald Trump at his Florida golf course earlier this month, is pleading not guilty. Ryan Ruth pleaded not guilty to 5 federal charges, including attempted assassination of a presidential candidate. This is his 3rd time in a courtroom since being arrested. Prosecutors say that he had been staking out Trump for hours when a Secret Service agent allegedly spotted Ruth's face and then a gun near the 6th hole. Investigators say once the agent saw the gun move, the agent opened fire and Ruth took off. Now, his attorneys requested a trial by jury. The case will be overseen by the judge who was overseeing the Trump classified documents case, which has been dismissed.